coming out of Port Arthur, Texas, and the local economy is so rough, and y'all were still able to make it. What are some of the philosophies that you guys were able to integrate to come out of a small town on the Gulf of Texas?
You can't count on anybody but yourself. And at the end of the day, not in every situation, but 9 times out of 10, you almost have no one to blame but yourself. You know, unless you know, like I said, there's always exceptions. You know, right now, the poorest of the poor and the richest of the rich are feeling it. Most rich people, you know what I'm saying, who don't acquire their fortune through inheritance are hustlers. You know what I'm saying? They are grinders. They are people who went out there and made themselves millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's going to try to have to get through this right now better already have some hustle in it. One thing UGK always tried to implement in our records is that, yo, we gonna make it in this game, but we gonna make it on our terms. So if it takes us a little longer to make it than everybody else, then that's cool. But when I do make it, I don't owe nobody nothing, and I don't have to thank nobody but God and myself. You feel me? So what's going to happen in this country is that people are gonna have to start buckling down, really getting on their grind and showing what they're capable. A lot of people have been used to getting their money with this cat, and this cat, but that's not going to be something that people are going to be able to live with right now. People are going to have to go out and get it for themselves. People have been used to giving their money to so-and-so and letting him flip it. But he took it and ran. So now you got to figure out how to flip your money for yourself. So people just got to really get down on their shit, man. UGK has always told people, you know what I'm saying, keep God first. Whenever you can't rely on man, and sometimes when you so broken down as a person that you don't even have faith in yourself, always have faith in the man above, and he'll give you strength to get through what you're going to get through. So if you don't have some hustle about you, I feel sorry for you. UGK always co-sign hustle and grind within yourself. And if you don't have God in your life, I feel sorry for you. Because UGK has always put God first. Another thing, I'm going to say this. We got to bring the community back to a sense of community. We don't commune with, that's what the word commune means, to gather. You know what I'm saying? That's what community is supposed to be, a gathering of people. But nowadays, all I see community is just houses with people living in it. Nobody commiserates with each other. You don't talk to each other. You don't know your neighbor's kids' name, shit like that, which was ridiculous when we were coming up. Because everybody on my house was either miss somebody or ain't somebody, depending on the kind of relationship they had with my mama then. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't just the Johnsons. It wasn't just the Taylors and things like that. That was Mr. Brian, you know what I'm saying? Miss Terry, the people knew you knew them people. You know what I'm saying? If your mama wasn't around and you need to go somewhere, them people would take you, vice versa. I don't know what happened to the community, that shit's gone. That I don't know if that came with hating, I don't know what the fuck happened, man, but you know, you have to get God in your life. You know, you have to learn to work and grind to get for yourself, but at the same time, you got to realize other people in this world too. And you can't do everything by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need somebody's help. You just can't rely on that shit all the time. You can't be leaning on it. Just because you know somebody going to help you, don't mean, okay, cool, I got my crush. That's not what it's about. Because in a recession, they're going to pull that from under you real quick. Never when you expect it. It's just a matter of really just, again, getting the message out to as many people as possible, which is still UGK for life. You know, unfortunately, it's gone from free Pimp C to RIP Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? But this is a fact of life that none of us can escape. And a lot of young brothers out here dealing with loss, they don't really know how to deal with that shit, how to handle it, and how to move forward. So I put a lot of my grief and my pain out there for people to see, as well as the rehabilitation of the pain, and watch me come out from under that cloud and that fog, so to speak, to get back on your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's important for me to let niggas know, you lose a partner, you gon' hurt. It's all right to cry about that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with crying, you know what I'm saying? Real men cry. Anybody tell you that ain't a real man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody tell you any different ain't a real man. So it's really just about being very real with people. A lot of people, they walk with UGK specifically so they know how to walk in certain situations. And this is a situation that I know, regardless of your class, status, you know, where you live at, who you are, how much you make, everybody got to go through what I went through at some point. You know what I'm saying? But it's not visual. It may not be for everybody to see. So it's important for me to let people know that it's all right, you know what I'm saying, to display emotion. You know what I'm saying? When it's people that you love. And that you can move forward even when you feel like you can't, you feel like everything is gone. That it is still possible. You put your faith in God and you really want to keep moving, you can. You feel me? If you understood how Pimp made music and how Pimp produced and how Pimp laid everything out, you would know what I mean. It's kind of hard for me to really put it in words. But Pimp never, you know, every idea Pimp had, he had some kind of physical piece to it. Like if he heard something in his head and he liked it, he put something down. Some kind of reference. You feel me? And a lot of that, you know, Pimp's reference is damn near master to another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like his start is beyond a lot of niggas' finish. So, you know, there was so much that Pimp loved, even for tracks that he had sampled, where the sample didn't clear, he had already reproduced it. So we like, damn, this loop ain't clear, and we go through the tracks and find out that he had replayed the music already. So even when he had done something, laid it out, he figured if it was gonna be a problem, he'd already had the backdoor solution to it laid out for us.
So he left you a lot of breadcrumbs and you just had to basically piece it together.
We made a pie crust out of it, my nigga.
That shit's deep.
Real shit, man. It never ceased to amaze us during the course of this project how involved Pimp still was. Pimp always had an ear and an eye, far beyond what we could ever understand. So, you know, you hear it all the time where there are people who, I don't want to say are anticipating death, but understand that maybe it may be more time behind them than there is in front of them, like my man Money Mark told me. You know, you get to the point where sometimes you realize you may have more years in your past than you do in your future. You know what I'm saying? And there are several individuals that you can look at that, for better, you know, for lack of a better term, I hate to say anticipated, but they had a very true understanding of their own mortality. And I don't know if somebody came to them at night and talked to them about something. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
You know, I'm from Texas. My people from Louisiana, so we very real about this kind of shit. We don't, you know, we don't play with it. It's very real. So, you know, looking back, it makes all the sense in the world. Because Pimp was never one to leave shit undone.